Easy people, welcome back to my channel at Big Steve MCFC. The sky is blue, the grass is green, Manchester City 3, Manchester United 1, the city is ours. Fuck off back to London and take your shit scarves. That's all I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. We've done it. We beat the odd mob. The swamp dwellers were sent well and truly packing back to the swamp with their tails between the legs again. Derby double this season, Old Trafford and at the Etihad, followed on by the FA Cup final where they got slapped again. I asked in my preview, no mercy. Well, 3-1's a pretty convincing scoreline. If you look at the mannerism of the United team, if you look at the state of the way they came and played, there was only one team on that pitch that wanted to play football and win. The other team realised they got a lucky goal and decided they wanted to camp in their own half all game. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit of a shithouse move. And when you walk around pre-derby telling everyone you're a big club, we've done everything before you, we're Man United, we're never going to stop and all this and all that shit that they sing. And then you come to the Etihad and play like Sheffield United, who are trying to survive and stay up, then it's pretty hard to swallow, you know what I mean? And last week when I said, shows your chest, you've got your little pigeon chest out, it's exactly what they were all about, pigeon chest, you know what I mean? Before the game, the atmosphere was building, went to Mary D's. I was in town early doors. I had a few things to do, seen a few City fans milling about, didn't see any Reds. Mary D's was bouncing, good atmosphere. A lot of people went to the coach greeting. A lot of people decided to stay in the pub. Walking over to the ground, I've seen a lot of United lads walking up, the police around them and that, so they was escorting them from wherever they'd walked from. Got in the ground and the atmosphere was good, you know what I mean? Underneath, the tension was building. I'm in the south stand, 117, and the segregation underneath, there was loads of people mobbed up there, probably the 1894 group, giving it all back and forth. You could see the United fans through the fence on the other side, and the banter was going good, you know what I mean? The team was announced. Don't think there was any real surprises. Strong lineup. I think everyone was worrying about who was going to play on the left. Doku played on the left. Looking at the United lineup, you can't say that it was striking the fear into anyone. But you know what I mean? We was, as City fans, we were confident. Underneath Derby, they usually get a bit of pre-tension nerves. A few people were nervous, saying I fucking hate playing these and that. That's standard, you know what I mean? Because you don't know what's going to happen. But as far as looking at our team and looking at the bench and looking at what we had options-wise, I thought we've got plenty of tools here to sort of fix any problem, you know what I mean? If Man United was to nick a goal early doors and sit back, we have got the tools to be patient and win the game. And that is exactly how it happened, you know what I mean? Good display by the 1894 group. Big banner dropped down from the top with all the trophies on it and that, Gundogan and all that. The United end was lively. Fair play early doors. We were getting behind the lads. And the game kicked off. City was controlling the play. We were knocking it around well. And we looked in control. And then the big long kick up forward from Onana finds Bruno Fernandes. In my opinion, I thought Diaz should have been a little bit closer to him, not let him bring that ball down. Bruno brings it down. We're getting men back. He lays it off edge of the box to Rashford, who hits it first time. Absolute tremendous goal. In off the underside of the bar, crashed it in. I'm literally right behind it. He crashed it in off the bar. I looked over to my right. The United end's going crazy. They're all fucking celebrating, and I'm thinking, Jesus, I've seen this coming, you know, in like the counter-attack move. So we find ourselves 1-0 down, but do we panic? No. We've won 21 points this season from losing positions. If anything, the Sergio Aguero goal and the Aston Villa game, the Gundogan goals tells you is don't panic, yeah? If Man City go down, do not panic. I think it was a matter of being caught cold. caught us on the counter-attack. It was a great finish and a great goal. United broke just after that as well with Garnacho down their right-hand side, and he could have squared it early to Rashford, so we could have found ourselves in more problems, but he didn't. And then Rashford again, another long ball up the pitch. He finds himself in front of Diaz. Instead of heading the ball a bit further in front and then running onto it and smashing it, he sort of headed it down and it got all tangled and that. So United was pressing there in that 10 minutes after the goal. They had a couple of little chances, but it was City panicking and trying to force the game. If you watch the game back, you see Pep come to his touchline and say, calm down. Then you see Bernardo Silva walking in the middle of the park going, calm down. Diaz, calm down. Basically, calm down, it's going to come. So then it was all City, the possession. We kept control of the ball. We were recycling it well, but we just wasn't creating any major chances. I thought Onana was good for them in the first half, but they were time wasting. They were taking ages on goal kicks. And one of the biggest problems, I thought, what Man United did, they won the toss at kickoff and decided to switch ends. Now, Man City, for me, there's a big call online with a lot of fans saying that Manchester City should shoot towards the south stand in the second half. Because in big games, if we need a goal, instead of Pep trying to get the tunnel club going, that south stand, second half, everyone's had a few more sherbets. It's fucking rowdy in there. So for me, I'm happy first half to shoot towards the family stand. Second half, shoot towards the south stand. It happened against Aston Villa, last game of the season. We were 2-0 down and we were shooting against the south stand. We were sucking the ball in. And I thought, why would United not want to shoot facing their fans second half? Are they trying to get like psychological? As Ten Hag said, if you win the toss, swip it around. So we're going at half-time, 1-0. Just before half-time, Phil Foden, dinking by Rodri, Phil Foden nods it across the goal. 2 yards out, Erling Haaland. If you freeze the frame and somebody said to you, there's £1 million, even money, are you going to bet that Haaland puts that in? Everybody is putting that on that, no problem. If you freezed it as he's jumped, everybody's saying it's a fucking goal. And he puts it over the bar, and I can't believe it. And I'm like, I was literally like, wow. I was literally like, wow. And then people's coming up the stairs and going, fucking hell, Steve, you seen that miss from Haaland? I've just seen it on my phone again. It's going to be one of them days. And I'm like, when you hear City fans say that, it's going to be one of them days, that's when that typical City vibe starts to like creep in a little bit. And I'm thinking, nah. Anyway, a few of them I spoke to at our time, I was like, listen, I've just looked at the stats. I think we had 76% possession. We had something like 10 corners. We were dominating the game, but we just couldn't score. And looking at the United players, I knew that they couldn't keep up with that pressure. No disrespect. None of the back four wanted the ball. Onana wanted to play it to them. They didn't want it. When they did get it, within a minute, the ball was back in City possession. Whether we steamrolled them and took it off them or they launched it out for a throw-in, they didn't want to play football. United didn't want it. They talk about this midfield battle. Yeah, there was no midfield for United. Casemiro, blanked. McTominay, headless chicken. Bruno, captain of Man United, shite. Didn't want to know. And at the end of the day, we dominated it. Rodri was powerful in there. And you know what? For a derby game, they want one bad tackle. Not one bad tackle. Not one challenge. Not one yellow card. Not one flashpoint. And I just didn't think Man United wanted it. I just don't think this Man United team's got it. And I thought City's going to turn it on. Like you say, going into the second half, I was confident. A lot of people were in the bar getting pissed up and that needed to come out and get behind the team. And before we knew it, Phil Foden, absolutely brilliant this season, Phil. I said on the overlap beginning of the season, this is Phil Foden's standout season, where he's got to put a marker down and say, I'm playing here. This is my position. You can't drop me. This is my season. And at the minute, he's doing it. Philip Walter Foden. Manchester lad, Stockport Iniesta, gets the ball, cuts in, left foot. No one's stopping it. No goalkeeper in the land stopping it. Right in the top corner. South stands going absolutely panda. There was scenes like, it was crazy, mate. Everyone was giving it. It's like a scene of relief, innit? You're playing your biggest rivals. You hate them. All day you've been building up to it. It's inside you. You've seen them score, so you're a little bit flat. And then Phil Foden just cuts in out of nowhere, pings it top bag. Everyone's going crazy in there. Everyone was hugging each other and that, ballooning and that. And that's when you know, as a City fan, at the minute, that's when you know we've got these fuckers here now. They ain't having it now. They ain't having it. They couldn't get out their own half. And then not long after, Phil again. Great link-up play down that left-hand side. Just to mention the left-hand side, Jeremy Doku, he's a young lad. He's very raw. We know that. You know what I mean? There's no end product with Jeremy at the minute. You know, he's getting down the line. His crosses are blocked. He's cutting inside and shooting. They're going over and wide or getting blocked. He's very dangerous on the counter-attack, but teams are on him now. Teams are sending 2 men over to him every single time. And that is probably what Pep wants to do, draw the other man on. But what Jeremy's got to do is when them 2 men get close to him, he's got to zip that ball inside quick and move. And then City's got to get in around the back. A few times I felt like we could have gone left to Jeremy, but Ake was turning inside and playing it inside. I don't think he trusted him enough. There was a couple of times I've seen De Bruyne going out there to help him because I feel like we were getting a bit lopsided going to the right. So De Bruyne drifted out there. Just after we scored, Pep took him off. Puts Bernardo out there and Foden out there. They switched a few times. Alvarez comes on. And City were knocking at the door. They were knocking at the door. People were talking about a tackle on Ederson did on Garnacho. For me, it's not a foul. Just up to the build up to the goal, they're saying Walker fouled Rashford. He touched his arm and he fell over. Marcus Rashford knows the game. He's not stupid. You've got to be stronger than that in a derby. You can't be getting knocked off the ball. He got knocked off the ball several times for me. I didn't think he was strong enough, Rashford. Do you know what I mean? He didn't hold that ball up well. He didn't bring any Man United players into play. He just got bullied. You know what I mean? Ruben Diaz, all the boys, they played a great game. And then we got the second goal. Again, Foden with a link-up play. I think it was De Bruyne who played him in. And he hits the ball low, hard and low. Onana got his fingertips to it, but he creeps in. Same again, ballooning in there. City, the South Stand second half was brilliant. I've seen online people going, empty seats in the derby. There's no empty seats in the derby. If there was empty seats, there were people on the piss in the bar, mate. Because no one could get a ticket. It was jam-packed in there, yeah? The only empty seats in that stadium, we'll talk about that in a minute, yeah? But they want in our end. They want in our end. And you remember me preview telling you, if you owned a taxi firm in Manchester, line them up outside, 10, 20 minutes to go, you'll do a killing. I don't know if anyone took my advice, Cresta cars, Express, street cars, one of them. But you would have made a killing, mate. Because you know what happened? Even after the second went in, they didn't believe it. They started streaming out. And then Big Earl, you know what I mean? Probably embarrassed about the miss in the first half. Didn't get many opportunities, didn't get many chances. He was carrying a shoulder knock. He fell over. He got brought down edge of the box when De Bruyne had the free kick, and he was holding his shoulder, and it didn't look right to me. So I won't be surprised if something comes out about his shoulder because he was holding it and trying to move it. But you know, and then Amrabat, Scamrabat, whatever you want to call him, yeah. I did tell everybody when you sign Amrabat, go back, Big Six Show, Saeed TV, Mank Talk. I nicknamed him the Moroccan Lee Catamol. Yeah. They thought they were signing somebody that was going to take their midfield to the next level. I watch a lot of football and I told them, you've signed the Moroccan Lee Catamol. Now, I want to apologise on here now tonight to Lee Catamol because Lee Catamol is fucking better than Amrabat. Yeah. So I'm sorry, Lee Catamol, of using you as an example for him who's shit. Yeah. So now I'm going to rename him the Moroccan Jamie Pollock. And I'm not apologising to Jamie Pollock. So that's the way it is. Lee Catamol, you're a legend. Jamie Pollock, you are not a legend in my eyes. And Amrabat is now the Moroccan Jamie Pollock. Yeah. So that's the way it is. He's shit. And if that's what you're bringing on, you paid an £8 million loan fee for him. He's shit. You had Johnny Evans at centre-back. 12 years ago, we beat you 6-1 at Old Trafford with Johnny Evans at centre-back. So that's how much you've evolved. Yeah? You've got Onana. And you know what? I'm going to stick my neck on the line. I'm going to tell you this. Onana ain't a bad goalkeeper when he's got defenders in front of him that want the ball. None of your back four wanted the ball. I'm in the South Stand. We could see none of them wanted the ball. Dalot, shitbag, don't want the ball. Varane, shitbag, don't want the ball. Lindelof, shitbag, don't want the ball. Evans, shitbag, don't want the ball. So when they don't want the ball, you want the midfielders to come and get it, yeah? McTominay, nope. Casemiro, nope. Jamie Pollock, Moroccan Pollock, no. You're better off with a Moroccan Pollock than him. He is terrible, mate. He is terrible. He's terrible. Anyway, we were turning it on, get the screw going, get it up, you know what I mean? Southam was singing, you're fucking shit, all that, getting it going again. United ended emptied, they've gone. I did predict it, gone. And then Pollock, the Moroccan Bollock, drops a bollock. And Rodri slides in the big man. You're giving Erling Haaland a chance like that, it's in. Bang, 3-1. The city is ours. We're happy as pig shit again. South Stand's bouncing. You know, half time, you should have seen the messages I was getting. You thought you were going to do this to us. We're Man United. Manchester is red. The city is ours. I get all that shit at half time, yeah? I just kept my mouth shut. Full time, all I get is message retracted, message retracted, message retracted, message retracted. Don't speak too soon, man. Etihad Stadium, it's a fortress. I've told you this. I've told you this. Do you know what I mean? I've told you. But I want to speak about Phil Foden. Outstanding season so far. Plays on that right-hand side. Plays in the middle. Can go on the left. Can go in a false nine. He's one of the last remaining street footballers to me. When you watch him, it looks like he's playing on the street. Like he can go left, he can go right. His turn of pace, his little turns, his little balls he zips in. The shooting, he's always looking for an angle and that. And to do that with his left foot, I didn't know he had that kind of power in his left foot, was unbelievable. And he turns up on a derby day. You know what I mean? He's a Manchester kid. He turns up. Last time at Old Trafford, he scored. Time before that, in the league, at the Etihad, he got an hat-trick. So nobody can say that Phil Foden ain't up for the derby, you know what I mean? And I think that Gareth Southgate was watching the game. He's got to find a way in which that England team runs around Bellingham and Foden. Bellingham, Foden, Rice, central midfield for England. Forget Calvin, forget a double pivot. That is how it's got to be played for me. And if he does that, we'll have a go at these Euros. But other than that, I can't see Southgate doing it. I can't. The away end emptied again. You know what I mean? They've all fucked off. I've woke up this morning to unbelievable messages on TikTok. Like, unbelievable. Apparently, the stadium lights are too bright. The grass is green. The ref was paid. We only beat a Man United reserves. 115, oil money, plastic, all the usual bollocks that comes out of their mouth was in full flow. I did a TikTok coming out the ground, yeah, rattled everyone to the core. It's nearly on 300k. They can't handle it, you know what I mean? Then I had to do another TikTok to explain that all the City fans out there, go and wind them up. Go in work, wind them up. It's derby day. And then I got accused of I'm over-celebrating a derby win. Now, let me tell you this. If Man United had gone to the Etihad yesterday and beat Manchester City, we'd have had it all. Manchester is red. You'll never be a big club. You'll never do this. You know, all the nonsense they came out with. But when City do it to them, it's different. We're not allowed to celebrate. We're not allowed to take the piss. We've just got to take it on. You know, we just got to move on. Apparently, Man United, they're only a small club now in their head. When we win, they're a small club. When they win, they're massive. So which is it? Because all week you've been telling me how big you are. Well, you'll never be this, you'll never be that. You've just been slapped up again. You've turned up at the Etihad like Wigan Athletic, yeah, and sat in your own half and shit yourself and been slapped. So I'm sorry, you deserve it. Go to work, take your medicine, get some tissues on the way into work from B&M's, 2-for-1s, whatever you want to buy. Yeah, put them in your pocket. When you feel that little teary-eyed wellness coming, yeah, wipe your fucking eyes and realise it's real life. It's not a dream. And Man City are better than you. Do that and you'll be all right. Accept it and you'll be all right. If you don't, you're going to be getting upset every time we play you, getting upset and all that. You know what I mean? So relax, man. Relax. As for City, we're on the march. We've got Copenhagen, Wednesday night, Champions League. I know we've got the result in Copenhagen, but we can't take anything for granted. We've got to get the job done at the Etihad. And then on Sunday, it's Liverpool. It's Anfield. I've been saying for weeks, we'll win at Anfield. I believe we're going to win at Anfield. But the players have got to do their job and we've got to do our job. The atmosphere is going to be red hot. They're going to crank it up. They're going to smash the coach up again. We know that. Yeah, we know that. But that's what they do, innit? If that helps them, that helps them. But, you know, we know about coaches. They smashed our coach up. Yeah? We ruined their coach. Pep Guardiola's ruined him. He can't handle it in the Premier League anymore. He's got no energy. He's flat because Pep keeps fucking taking him all the way at the end of the season and dropping him off a cliff. So at the end of the day, we're going to Anfield at weekend. Not going to crank it up too much just yet. We've got all week to crank it up. But all Liverpool need to know is that we're coming. We're coming. And we're going to give it our best shot. And we're going to fucking show you why we are the pride of Manchester. And the fans will too. So at the end of the day, any City fan going to Anfield, yeah, at weekend, got to be on it. Whether you've got to take 10 cans of fucking Kestrel Super Strong in the car before you go to get your bollocks out, do it, because we need everybody there on the front line. I believe we go there and we win. If we go there and beat Liverpool, we make a massive statement in this title race. And there's no reason why we can't. We go there so many times and be the best team and come away from there with nothing. It can't happen on Sunday. It can't happen on Sunday. But anyway, listen, Blues, enjoy it this week. Get stuck into them Reds. Don't let them off the hook. There's a few I've let off today. Felt a bit sorry for them. I'm not doing it. After I finish this video now, I'm getting back on the old TikTok again and I'm turning it up. We've got a big, thick pot of rag stew going on TikTok. We're mixing it. All the Blues are piling in, throwing in their 10 pence worth. We've got a big, thick stew going. But all we need now is a crust for the top, yeah? We need a crust for the top. So get on TikTok and let's get making the crust. And then we'll make that rag hot pot and we're happy days. Good news as well this week. The Overlap is back Thursday. The Overlap is back. I'm on it. I'm there Thursday representing Man City on the Overlap. Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher. I'm there Thursday. I'm ready for it. I'm going there with the chest out. And yeah, I'm going there on the back of a great result. So I'm looking forward to that. Other than that, people, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. There's a lot of City fans who come up to me and say, I see you on TikTok, Steve. And I go, do you not watch my YouTube? They go, I didn't even know you had a YouTube. So we need to get the word out there. There's certain content creators, Man United fans out there with bigger followings than me on the YouTube. We can't let that happen. But other than that, I've got nothing else to say. Job done. You know what I mean? The word of the year was efficient. Job done. Yeah. Whether they like it or not, Manchester is well and truly blue. Again, we are the treble winners. We are the champions. And we're going to Anfield, yeah, on Sunday. And we're going to behave like that. And we're going to go there. We're going to try our best and get this job done. That's all I'm saying. Look out for some Liverpool previews this week. If there's any Liverpool content creators you want me to talk to, drop them in the comments. None of these knobheads that sit in the bedroom in fucking Guatemala or wherever they are trying to troll City. I ain't doing that with them. But anyone who's decent, who wants to talk football, mutual respect, I will be there. Other than that, people, have a blessed week. Stay safe. And Philip Walter Foden, the King of Manchester. Manchester City 3. Manchester United 1. The city is ours.